Your life is like an egg, that if an egg is broken by an outside force, life ends. But if it's broken by an inside force, life begins. Great things begin on the inside. So fearless motivation has a saying, strong mind, strong life. And I want to take it to a new level. This is about limitless mind, limitless life. I'm going to show you the 5 keys to creating a limitless mind and a limitless life. My name is Jim Quick of Quick Learning. I'm here to help you to learn quickly. I am a brain coach and author of the new book, Limitless. Upgrade your brain, learn anything faster, and unlock your exceptional life. So let me share with you the 5 keys. But before I do, let me give you a framework. This is a framework I call the Limitless Model. And it's a 3-part framework. Imagine 3 intersecting circles. They overlap each other. And each of these 3 things are what's gonna unlimit you. A process I call in the book unlimiting, actively removing the borders and barriers to your life. So I want you to imagine a box. Imagine a box that you feel stuck in. It could be an area of your life where you're not making progress or you're not advancing. You feel like you're being held back. Maybe it's in your relationship. Maybe it's in your income. Maybe it's in your career. Maybe it might be in your health or your fitness. Think about an area of your life right now where you feel like you're in a box. Now that box is a 3-dimensional box, and there are 3 forces that keep you in that box. And there are also 3 forces that will liberate you out of that. So let me give you the framework right now. It's in these 3 circles. The first circle is called your mindset. Your mindset. And how I define that is your set of assumptions and attitudes on what you believe is possible, what you believe you deserve, what you believe you are capable of, what you believe is in your power. And so that's your mindset. Now the second circle is your motivation. What is your motive for taking action? Now, a lot of people, they think motivation is getting hyped up, going to an event, but the evidence that you are motivated is that you do something. You could say you're motivated, you could feel like you're motivated, but if you're not acting and working out or reading or doing the things you need to do, then you're not really motivated, are you? And so there's a 3-part formula to motivation that I'm going to share with you in a moment. It's part of the 5 steps. And this is the key to sustainable motivation. When some people think about Limitless, they think about the movie with Bradley Cooper and Robert De Niro, where Bradley Cooper goes from 0 to hero by taking a pill. And if he takes that pill, he has this incredible memory, incredible focus. He learns languages. He writes his books in a handful of days, right? But what happens is after the pill wears off, he loses all his motivation. So what's the key to sustainable motivation? And I'm going to give you that in one moment. The final piece though, the 3rd M, you have mindset, motivation, is your methods. Your methods. Your methods are the strategies, the techniques, the tools, the process, if you will, for achieving that goal. Now, in the book, we talk about accelerated learning, and the methods are on speed reading, on memory improvement, on focus, concentration, on how to study technical material in half the time. But if you don't have the mindset and the motivation to use those tools, there's a big lie. And that lie is that knowledge is power. Here's the thing, all the videos, podcasts, programs, none of it works unless you work too. And so knowledge is potential power. It becomes power when you what? When you put it into action. And that's really the key. So when you see this framework of mindset, motivation, and methods, what I want you to see is those intersecting points. Where mindset crosses over with motivation, you have something called inspiration. Where mindset and motivation mix, you have inspiration. And there are mindset books and motivational books and mindset speakers and motivational speakers, and there are inspirational speakers and inspirational books and inspirational movies. Where mindset crosses over with methods, you believe it's possible and you know what to do, that's ideation. It only stays an idea because you lack the what? The motivation. And where motivation crosses over with methods, you have something called implementation. Implementation. You're motivated and you know what to do, the methods, But you could still be stuck in that box because you're only going to be able to achieve what you believe is possible, what you believe you are capable of, what you believe you deserve. So for example, when people see me on stage, I often have a number of people stand up, maybe 50 or 100 people, and I'll memorize all their names, forwards and backwards, or they'll give me 100 numbers or 100 words, and I'll memorize those. And I always tell people, I don't do this to impress you. I do this to express to you what's truly possible. But here's the thing, you just were not taught. If anything, you were taught a lie. You were taught a limit. A lie is a limited idea entertained. That's what lie stands for me. A limited idea that you're entertaining. It's not necessarily true. So if you learn in my book, for example, how to remember names, that's the method, but your mindset is, oh, I'm too old, or I'm too stupid, or I have a horrible memory. Your brain is like a supercomputer, and your self-talk is a program it will run. So if you tell yourself you're not good at remembering names, you will not remember the name of the next person you meet because you program your supercomputer not to. In fact, that is step one. For a limitless mind and a limitless life, you need to be able to upgrade your mindset. And where it starts is your self-talk. People come to me all the time and say, Jim, I have a horrible memory. Jim, I'm not smart enough. And I always say, stop. If you fight for your limitations, you get to keep them. If you fight for your limitations, they're yours. And here's the thing, when you have that negative self-talk, your mind is always eavesdropping on your self-talk. So you want to keep it positive. And the best way of doing it is just self-awareness. Notice that inner voice. And when you say something negative like, oh, I don't have a great memory, then just add a little word at the end, like yet. I don't have a great memory yet. And it opens up the possibility. So that's step one, is to upgrade your mindset and control your self-talk. Step 2, 3, and 4 come in the form of your motivation formula. Now there's a key formula for achieving sustainable motivation. And if you procrastinate, you put things off, or you sabotage, you need to look at your motivation. The 3-step formula is this: P times E times S3. P times E times S3. So the P stands for purpose. When you want to be motivated, I want you to ask yourself this question: why must I do this? What are all the benefits that will come, the rewards that I'll achieve by doing this thing? And what are the consequences that I will feel if I do not do this? So the P is purpose, have a reason. Great book, Start With Why by Simon Sinek. Start with your why. Why must I do this? The E in the equation of motivation is this: energy. Here's what my mind did. I pulled out in my thought experiment and I said, I want to build the ultimate motivated human being. If they have a big enough purpose, will they always be motivated? And I thought, no, because they could be lacking the energy. If they don't have the energy, let's say that maybe they're motivated, they have purpose to work out, they know all the reasons and all the benefits, how they're gonna feel and look, but maybe they have a newborn and they didn't sleep for 2 days in a row. What are they gonna do? They're not gonna be motivated because they lack energy. Or let's say you wanna read, we're famous for teaching people how to read at least one book a week. Maybe you wanna read one book a week, but you ate a really big processed meal and you're in a food coma, and you can have all the reasons and purpose, but you don't have the mental energy, a mental fatigue and brain fog, so you can't get yourself motivated to read. So you need to optimize your energy. In the book, we talk a lot about the best brain foods, how to lower stress, how to optimize your sleep, so much more. But you need to tap into that well of energy. And finally, my mind said, okay, if we're building the ultimate motivated human being and you have the purpose and that person has unlimited energy, will they always be motivated? And I thought, no, something's missing. If that thing is too big, your goal is too big, too intimidating, or too confusing, like maybe your goal is to find your soulmate and live happily ever after. That's way too big. Maybe your goal is to have, the perfect physique and six-pack abs. That's way too big. Maybe your goal is to make the next billion-dollar online brand. Way too big. S3 stands for small, simple steps. Here's how you get that small, simple step. You ask yourself this question: what is the smallest action I could take that will allow me progress towards this goal where I cannot fail? What is the smallest action I could take that allows me progress towards this goal where I cannot fail, because it requires very little effort, very little energy. So maybe you're not gonna think, oh, I gotta work out every single day. Maybe your small, simple step, if you're not motivated, is getting on your running shoes. Maybe if you want to read a book a week, maybe that's too big. Maybe it's just that day opening up the book or reading one sentence. And you're not going to stop at one sentence, are you? No, of course not. Yard by yard, it's too hard, but inch by inch, it's a cinch. That's the goal. Break it down into tiny steps. So far, in order to build this and create this limitless mind and this limitless life, first, control your self-talk, your thoughts, upgrade your mindset. Second, find your purpose. Third, optimize your energy through the great food, stress management, optimizing your sleep, and 7 other things we talk about in the Limitless book. And break it down into small, simple steps. That's the 4th key. And your 5th key for creating a limitless mind and a limitless life, the 5th key is this: upgrade your methods. Upgrade your methods. You know, in times of crisis where things are changing, in turbulent times, you do not want to downgrade your dreams to meet your current situation. What you want to do is upgrade your capabilities, your methods, your skills to meet your dreams, to meet your destiny, if you will. And the challenge is, when's the last time you upgraded your skills? And I think if there's one skill to master in the 21st century, especially today, it's your ability to learn faster. If there was a genie who could grant you any one wish, but just one wish, what would you wish for? Infinite wishes, right? Millions of wishes. Well, if I was your learning genie and I could help you learn any one subject or any one skill, become a master, any one subject or any one skill, what would the equivalent be of asking for infinite wishes? What skill or subject? It would be learning how to what? Learning how to learn. Because if you can learn how to learn, you could grant all your wishes. You could apply that towards money, towards marketing, towards management, towards Mandarin, towards music, towards martial arts. Everything in your life gets easier. Learning how to learn is the most important skill. To apply it towards something like upgrading your brain, like you would upgrade your phone. And simple things that you could do. Simple things we teach in the book and in our podcast on how to remember names, how to learn a language, how to read 2 or 3 times faster, how to focus and concentrate. Because here's the thing, this is not about how smart you are. It's not how smart you are, it's how are you smart. It's not how smart you are, it is how are you smart. And here's the final words. Your life is like an egg. That if an egg is broken by an outside force, life ends. But if it's broken by an inside force, life begins. Great things begin on the inside. And you have greatness inside of you. You have genius inside of you. Now is the time to apply that fearless motivation, to have your limitless mind, to have and enjoy your limitless life. I'm your brain coach, Jim Quick, and I want to thank you for watching this. And I wish your days be full of lots of life, lots of laughter, lots of love, and always lots of learning.
Life is to be lived. Lived before you die. Don't waste a second of this precious gift. You're here for a reason. Never stop asking why.
The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart.
Here are 7 things I need to tell you about life. Number 1, life is not meant to be so serious. Make time for fun, for joy, for play. Alan Watts once said, "This is the real secret of life, to be completely engaged with what you are doing in the here and now. And instead of calling it work, realize it is play." Don't trust anyone that tells you life has to be serious. Don't believe anyone that says there is no time for fun, joy, laughter in every or any day. When you are young, life is nothing but fun. The important lesson most of us adults still need to learn is that life is not meant to be so serious. We can easily forget that our lives do not last forever. This is why it is important to remind yourself one day, you, like all other humans, will die. When we remind ourselves of our certain death, when we remind ourselves of the fact that we do not know when it will all end, when we really take that in, the impermanence of it all, maybe then, we can start taking everything a little less seriously. Most people are struggling so hard to get the job, to get the extra money, so they can impress people who they really don't like. And those people really don't care about them or about any of that anyway, because they're doing the same thing. Searching for one achievement, that one amount of money that will make everything better. But money doesn't make us feel worthy. Only we can do that. Maybe we don't need to stress so much about our weight, our skin, our bank account, or what other people think of us. I challenge you to look at life not as a struggle or a strain or a destination that is somewhere else, needing to be reached, but a journey, a challenge to see how much joy you can squeeze out of every day. Then, whether or not you get the big house or the fancy car, it won't matter, will it? Because no matter what happens, you will have what most don't. 3 things money can never buy: joy, peace, and passion for life. Create a life that feels good on the inside, not just one that looks good on the outside.
It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light.
Number 2, circumstances will never define you unless you decide to let them. Let me tell you a little life fact. If you are blessed enough to reach adulthood, there is a 100% chance, yes, 100% chance, that life will dish you up some things that you did not plan for, nor did you want in your life experience. These things are called character building moments, life lessons, challenges sent, maybe to give your life more meaning, maybe just something you need to deal with in your own time, in your own way. Wayne Dyer once said, "If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change." When you change the way you look at these life challenges, sometimes you will find they are not problems or misfortunes, but redirections, sometimes blessings. Maya Angelou said, "You may not control all of the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them." Don't fight against life. When challenges come, as I guarantee they will, see if you can continue to give your best to the present moment in front of you. Be open to the fact that you do not know how anything will turn out, including this hard moment in front of you. Trust that it was for the best for you or for someone else. See if you can find meaning in any of it, even the hardest moments.
Everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing himself.
Number 3, if you don't learn to control your mind will control you. The Buddha said, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become." And that is not an extreme statement. Humans are said to have over 60,000 thoughts a day. That is not the problem. The problem is most people are having these thoughts on autopilot, and many of them are not positive. Most people are programmed by society, by the news channels, by social media. They believe everything they read. They are reactive, and when a challenge appears in their life, they don't know how to handle it because they don't know how to think for themselves. Rather than responding calmly and sensibly to fix a small challenge, they react in anger and escalate the challenge into a monster problem. Learning to control your mind and to control your emotions is key to living a life in control. Not in control of circumstances, but in control of how you feel about them, which is more important than being in control of circumstances, because that is something you have no control over. You control your mind and emotions through daily rituals, consistent self-work every day, repeating powerful processes that are proven to promote calm, positive feelings. Meditation, daily gratitude, prayer, exercise, detoxing from all negativity, specifically news, negative influences, and social media. All of these things are crucial to living a beautiful life. Ultimately, every individual is responsible for how they feel. Next time you react in anger, know that it is you that needs to do more work, not the circumstance or the person that made you angry. No matter what is going on around the world, inside your world, it can be a magical, peaceful place.
If you're not going with the flow, you're going too slow.
Number 4, make a plan, but go with the flow as well. Jim Rohn once said, if you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan. And guess what they have planned for you? Not much. Planning doesn't mean being attached to the outcome, though. If you plan to take your umbrella on a walk to deal with the rain, but your umbrella breaks, learn how to dance in the rain. What does that have to do with your life? Well, most often in life, you want to avoid getting wet. As in, you want to avoid getting in financial trouble, having health issues, having relationship or emotional problems, having a bad day, a bad week, bad year, or labeling your life as bad. How do you avoid the rain of life? You avoid it by planning. Not for circumstances to be perfect, but planning to do the work on you every single day. Planning exercise and healthy eating so your body is strong, healthy, and vibrant. Planning daily rituals like meditation, gratitude, prayer, journaling, or anything else that puts you in a great space. All of these things have a profound and compounding effect on your life. The people you attract, the relationships you attract and strengthen, how you feel about yourself. Now, of course, not everything always goes to plan. So when a challenge appears, when the rain of life comes down, learn how to dance in the rain, how to flow with it. And most importantly, plan to get back on track. As Benjamin Franklin once said, if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail.
Care about what other people think, and you will always be their prisoner.
Number 5, you'll never be able to please everyone. Yes, that's right. Even Mother Teresa has haters. No matter how pure your soul is, unfortunately, the reality of human beings is that we are all so different. And because of those great differences, we are all vibrating on very different levels. Some people are just not ready for kindness, peace, compassion. Some people aren't ready for anything positive. Don't let that get to you. It's nothing personal. It's just the very fact that everyone is so different. And from their difference in upbringing, circumstances, circumstances and environment come differences of opinion and differences in reactions. Just because they don't agree with you, or even if they are against you or your ideas, doesn't mean you can't find a way to either get along with them or let them go their own way in peace. The very thing you don't want to do is fight back and bring more negative energy to any situation. Let those who differ from you differ from you. Be an example of someone who allows all others to have their opinion without being affected. Move on with your life without hate. There is no need for everyone or anyone to agree with you. Be so busy improving yourself that you don't even notice negativity coming your way. Be so focused on making a positive difference in the lives of those who want to hear from you that you fail to hear from those who don't.
Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken.
Number 6, you won't be happy if you're being someone else, trying to fit in with others. Be yourself and do it with pride. Genuine happiness will never come to you if you are changing who you are to please other people. You cannot be genuinely happy if you are not genuinely you. Be comfortable being you around everyone and anyone. All the wrong people will leave you, and that's okay, because the right people will stay. The right people, as in those who love the real you exactly as you are. As Dr. Seuss said, be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind.
How people treat you is their karma. How you react is yours.
Number 7, those who are stuck in their own misery will try to drag you into their dark hole. Don't let anyone steal your joy. Wayne Dyer said, loving people live in a loving world. Hostile people live in a hostile world. Same world. The nature of some human beings is that they don't want to see you happy because they haven't yet achieved it for themselves. Many people live in a hostile universe, and perhaps unknowingly, perhaps unintentionally, will try to drag you into this hostile universe so they are not alone in there. Never change who you are and drop down into this hostile world. If you remain true to you, committed to this loving universe you live in, committed to your own well-being, your own peace, joy, and magic you are living in every day, sooner or later, all those people will stop trying to drag you down and instead ask you to help them up to your world. Be the light for others to find their way. Be the example that changes not only your life, but others through your own positive life experience. Eleanor Roosevelt said, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." Don't allow the bitterness of others inside your heart. They don't want to be there either. They need someone to show them the way. So many people are hurting, and they hide that hurt with bitterness and judgment. Wherever you can, in any day, in any moment, be that light for someone else. Lighten their day with your genuine kindness. Even if they don't give it back, be a positive example for this world. For most of us, our experience of life is always trying to get somewhere else, somewhere other than where we are. We're trying to make it, to achieve something, something that will make everything better. We're all trying to get that person, that house, that job, that award, that thing that will change everything. Very few of us are present. Very few of us enjoy the moment we are actually living in. Because most of us are hoping for some better future moment. Somewhere else that is not here. Somewhere else that is better than this moment. But what if there is nowhere else? What if that somewhere else never comes? What if it does come and it doesn't change how we feel? What if we achieve everything we believe we want, yet still feel empty? What if that place we are all seeking is really only a feeling? What if we could stop seeking and start feeling how we want to feel without needing anything? What if that feeling of importance we seek is all an illusion, a construct of the world, nothing more than our ego trying to compete with other egos? What if we've been playing this human game all wrong our entire lives? What if we would let it all go? Not the striving to be our best, not the wanting to be our healthiest or happiest self, but the ego's never-ending and ultimately impossible search for significance. What if we could be kinder to ourselves? What if we didn't need validation from others, validation from achievements or status or winning? What if we didn't need anything outside ourselves to be happy? What if we didn't need anything outside ourselves to be at peace? To enjoy life now? What if we could focus on what matters, how we feel, the only thing that matters? What if that was all just one decision away? Maybe we should all take a moment to think about it. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not your failures. You are not who you were yesterday. You are not even who you were this morning. You are who you decide to become, who you commit to become. You could be one decision away from a completely new life. We are all capable of reinventing ourselves. There's absolutely no reason why anyone should live in the dark times of their past when their future is bright and waiting for them. Holding on to things that have gone wrong in the past is never going to serve your future. It's never going to make you feel good in the present. It will only increase your suffering. So you have to ask yourself, is that event, that moment from my past, that moment that is over now, worthy of sucking all the joy out of my present and my future? Am I really going to let that moment, that person or event win? Am I really going to let that take away all the joy of my future? Let it go. We all make mistakes. We all do. Those who move on have the greatest chance of joy, both now and in the future. Forgive yourself. Forgive everything and everyone, and feel the weight drop from your shoulders as you walk towards your new life. Repeat to yourself every day, I am not my past. I am not my mistakes. I am not my failures. I am who I decide to become. I am who I commit to become. I commit to become the best I can be. I forgive. I move on. I look forward to the new me. My best is yet to come.
Michael Landon once said, somebody should tell us right at the start of our lives that we are dying. Then we might live life to the limit. Every minute of every day. Do it, I say. Whatever you want to do it now. There are only so many tomorrows. Isn't it amazing? We all know we are dying. We all know there's a chance there won't be a tomorrow. Yet none of us really live like we know that. Too few of us really appreciate each moment like we know that we're here for a short time only. Too few of us live a life we want to live, a life we are proud to live. Too few of us live with purpose and meaning. Thich Nhat Hanh said, "People say walking on water is a miracle, but to me, walking peacefully on earth is the real miracle." Too many of us are walking around this earth frantic, stress-filled, and meaningless. We should open our eyes and realize we're not here for long, and we are all one. We should practice the peace we want to see, show the love we want to feel, and be the person we want to be. Wayne Dyer said, "Loving people live in a loving world. Hostile people live in a hostile world. Same world." It's a choice. It's a decision. We are living in the same world, and some of us are living in a